Welcome back, everyone. Well, there were a lot of fans in our area hoping a Pennsylvania team would make it to the Super Bowl this year. The Steelers just one game away. But with the two fan bases being in New England and Atlanta, are there any super fans around here? There sure are. Well, FOX56 is your home for Super Bowl 51. Believe it or not, there's not a ton of New England and Atlanta fans in the area, but we did find two. And joining us now is Steve Bennett, local sports writer for the Citizens Voice. And Steve, you are a Patriots fan.
Yes, I am.
How did that come about?
Well, that came about, I grew up in Rhode Island, and until about probably when I was 10 or 11 before my family moved to Pennsylvania. And living in Rhode Island, you're either a Patriots fan or a Giants fan. And I could never understand where the Giants came from.
Yeah, where does that come from?
I have no idea, and to this day I still have no clue. But the whole idea was everybody hated the Yankees. So the reasoning is, if you hate the Yankees, why would you like the Giants? So you just went with the Patriots and you rolled with the Patriots through the good times and the bad, and there were a lot of bad times during that time frame.
So growing up, did you have any favorite players?
Yeah, Steve Grogan, quarterback, running back. I'm probably the only guy in Northeastern Pennsylvania that had a Steve Grogan poster hanging on his bedroom wall. And if there's another person out there, I would love to meet that guy because we have a lot in common.
Maybe we can find him. You guys can be like BFFs.
That would totally be okay with me. I'm always in the line making new friends, and particularly if they're a Patriots fan.
Right.
But Steve Grogan, obviously Sam Cunningham, John Hanna, the lineman. So yeah, I mean the list is long, but like I said, there was a lot of downtime, not a lot of successful seasons there.
Well, that changed.
Yeah, it did,
that
real
changed
quick, real
big
quick.
time. So let's get into preseason of this year first of all. Deflategate, are you sick of hearing the term? Does it still mean anything to Patriots fans? Is it something that you moved past, or is it still in the back of your mind?
Oh no, I got past that because the way I look at it is, you know what? How many times have we gotten in our car when it's cold or it's raining and that little tire pressure light comes on, okay? And you have to fill your tire up again. So I kind of equate that to a football. It was cold, it was rainy that day, but as far as Deflategate goes, nah, it's over. It's
You over it?
Yeah, I mean, what the heck? They suspended Brady for 4 games and they went 3-1. So you can't ask for anything more if you're a Patriot.
That's actually what I was going to ask you next. How do you think the team performed without him?
Oh, I think it was fantastic. And I always told my friends that are not Patriots fans that if they won the first game against Arizona, look out. And they won the first game against Arizona, and for the next 2 weeks they played well. And they went with the game they lost to Buffalo. Third-string quarterback Jacoby Brissett with a broken thumb, and they lost 17-0. So you can't ask for anything more than Brady came back and they just got on a roll.
Not to mention the defense. I feel like they don't get talked about as much as the stars, but the defense has been killer all season.
Right, and that's the thing. They're the number 1 scoring defense, in the NFL.
Right.
They give up yards, but it always seems, once team get inside the red zone, they kind of really clamp it down, and you either get a field goal or you get a turnover, kind of like what happened in the Steelers in the AFC Championship game.
So the season as a whole, do any games stick out for you? Any games really fun to watch?
I think the first game against Arizona was fun because Garoppolo was playing quarterback. Obviously, the first game that Brady came back, it was a bonus because they were playing Cleveland. You or I probably could have quarterbacked that game and they were beating Cleveland. And, the Seahawks game that they lost, it was interesting. And, of course, when they went to Denver, because they always struggled when they go to Denver, and they were able to beat Denver this year. And, it was fun. It was a good season. Something I thoroughly enjoyed.
So here's a question. It might be hard for you to answer as a Patriots fan. Why are they so disliked? Why are they that team that people love to hate?
I think because they win.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's what it is. I mean, everybody loves to hate a winner, and I think that's generally what it is. I mean, they just win. And you look in the era where they're not like a baseball team where you could go out and you could buy players. You're dealing with a salary cap, and they're able to come across with a 6th-round draft pick in Tom Brady, and he's going to a 7th Super Bowl. You look at a guy like Julian Edelman, Eddie Amendola, you bring in Chris Hogan, who played lacrosse for 4 years at Penn State and 1 year of football, and he's, catching touchdown passes in the AFC Championship game. It's just, I just think that people just love to hate them because they win.
Kind of like the Yankees.
Absolutely. I could get totally behind that, too.
Yeah. So what's going to happen if the Patriots win? Goodell has to come down, hand over the trophy to Kraft. There's a little bit of bad blood there. Do you think that'd be an awkward situation?
Oh, I think it would totally be an awkward situation. And I have it, in my mind that how cool would it be if they win and they just leave. and there's Goodell standing with the trophy. That is something I would love to see.
I can't see that happening.
I can't see it happening either, but in my mind, I think that would be perfect.
That'd be the perfect way to go out.
Absolutely. Just let
Lombardi drop, mic drop, right?
Absolutely. There it is. You have it, Roger. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Oh, that would be funny. So let's get a game prediction. Let's get a score. How do you think the game's going to go? Shootout, defensive battle. Let's just get a game prediction and a score.
Patriots, they always struggle. It kind of seems that they struggle early on in Super Bowls, and the ones that they win, and even two that they lost, they were always 3 or 4 point differences. But I just think this team, with the whole Deflategate, Brady being on a mission, things like that, I could see it 38-24 Patriots.
Okay, last question. This is coming from an Eagles fan, so this pains me to say, but what does it feel like to watch your team win a Super Bowl?
It's fun because you know what? Because you look back and, obviously I'm a Red Sox fan, and you sit there and, 2004 came and you're just like, wow, that's really what it feels like. And then, it's really cool. It's just really cool to actually see them win a Super Bowl, and it's fun, and it's a nice cap to a season. And, particularly for them because everybody expects them to win every year. Right. But seriously, sitting there on the couch, watching them win the Super Bowl, it's a nice feeling.
Awesome. Well, have a blast watching the game. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we heard from the Patriots fan. Now we have to hear the other side of things. We have a Falcons fan with me now. This is Tyler Peterson. Now, Tyler, you grew up in Honesdale, so how did you become a Falcons fan?
So I originally started becoming a football fan when I was around 10 years old, and I originally started liking the Colts because my brother was a fan. But after I started watching more and more, I saw Mike Vick play, and he was an excellent player and really got me hooked on the Falcons. And that's how I really became a Falcons fan.
So the last time the Falcons were in the Super Bowl was in 1999, so you're probably too young for that, right?
Yeah, I really don't remember that much at all. I mean, I watched some of the highlights and stuff from it, but I don't remember it.
So talk to me about this season. How much fun did you have watching this offense and Matt Ryan get to work?
Oh, I mean, it was excellent. They were playing great. I mean, the offense was going off the whole time and really no one could stop them, really. I mean, the defense had a little bit of work, but they slowly progressed and got better as the season went along, and they're starting to play really well, and I think overall as a team, they're playing great football right now. So.
Absolutely, and Matt Ryan, it's his first Super Bowl, and it just seems like he is at the height of where he should be. Do you think this is his year?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. I mean, he's had other years before where he's made it to the playoffs, and then kind of just his stats went down, and I don't know what happened really, but this year he's confident, he's composed, and playing great football, so I think this is the year.
We'll see. So talk to me about Julio Jones. He's actually one of my favorite players in the league just because he's not that flashy Odell guy. He's kind of that guy that really gets to work, gets the yardage, and he's a really respectable guy. What do you think about Julio?
Definitely one of my favorite players on the team, and I think him being so humble is kind of a cool thing because there's not many football players that are like that are superstars. And I'd say he's a superstar and super humble. And yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, making crazy catches, one-handed catches, jumping over people. It's awesome to see him out there, and it's awesome that he's such a humble guy and not talking smack to other players and stuff like that. Right. So it's respectable, and he's a great player.
So we talked about the receivers, Julio being a big star, but wow, the running backs, they got the job done this year.
Yeah, I mean, Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman, they both did an excellent job, and really can't complain about them. I mean, it's tough that they're splitting time because they're both such great superstars, but they're both great, and I love them on the team. So
I asked our Patriots fan about Deflategate. Probably has a different answer than you do. What are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, I don't know if it was specifically Tom Brady that deflated the balls, but I think the team should have gotten some type of penalty for it, and it's definitely not right to cheat, no matter what you're doing, even if it's making the play clock go up or deflating a ball, anything like that. Cheating's wrong in any type of sport, so definitely should have been a penalty. I don't know if Tom Brady specifically should have gotten it, but I think it was well served and definitely meaningful.
How about just New England this year? What's it going to take to shut them down? They have so many stars, a lot of stars on the Falcons team as well, but what do you think it's going to take to shut Tom Brady down?
Well, I think it's going to have to be our rookie secondary. There's 4 rookies that start, and I think they're going to have to really step up in the big game and make some big plays, and really we have to pressure Tom Brady too. Vic Beasley on the outside there needs to really get up in Tom Brady and make some sacks, give him some pressure, and I think that's what will do it really. I think good defense is what's going to win the game.
Okay, so lastly, give us a score prediction, what you think is going to go down.
I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to be won by a field goal, and I think it's going to be the Falcons. I'm hoping it's going to be the Falcons, but we'll see. It's going to be a close game either way. It's going to be very offensive, I think. High-scoring game. We'll see what happens.
All right, thanks for stopping by, Tyler.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me, Erin.